Alright, y'all, we're down here in the woods, Camp 2 with 70 the Professor and Captain Bart, and we got our fire going, and the Professor's cooking a bratwurst patty in there on his little portable trivet, and he's also got broccoli boiling in there. Captain Bart's fixing to do him an MRE. Here's Captain Bart's stuff here. I think he's just here for the day, right?
Yeah. I have maybe other plans tomorrow.
Professor set up a pup tent.
No pups, just tents.
And they got the cooking gear over there, and got a little stump here for chopping. Those two over there for kitchen prep and all that, and that's my personal one by my hammock there. In the morning I'll lean out and make my coffee on that little table. Camp cleaver here. This is a Marbles camp cleaver. Not sure if I like that yet or not. Needs more testing. Boot sticks here. These are just sticks I pointed on one end, drove in the ground. This one's got a little hook on it so I can hang my water bladder. Tonight I'm using my underquilt because it's supposed to get down in the 30s. In May it's getting down in the 30s, or no, April, and it's getting down in the 30s. And I got my USGI set up here. You know, my stuff's down there on the ground. Some of my other stuff's there. This tarp you're seeing is one I made myself. It's not finished yet because I ran out of this material here. It's called Grosgain. They made all these loops out of. And I need to do, you can see I got tie outs here. I got tie outs on the top too, which in a little bit I'm going to try to rig to give me some more interior space. And I sewed all this stuff myself, and I did everything myself on it. This back, you can see when I put this together, I didn't measure. I just figured, okay, they're both the same length because you know, I did the whole fold it in half and cut it, but one's longer than the other, so I'm going to have to cut across, refold, rehem it, and then redo this corner. And then once I get some more Grosgain, I'm going to do my loops, my pull-out loops on the middle of this and on the sides and stuff. What did we figure out was the size? 9 by 10, 9 by 11, something like that?
9 by 9, 9 by 10, something like that.
Somewhere in that neighborhood.
Estimating.
But you can see how much room the pull-outs are allowing the inside there, otherwise it'd be right up against my hammock.
Oh yeah.
And you can see when the wind's not blowing, the tarp kind of droops down, so I'm going to take and get some cord and tie that out and take it up to one of these branches up here and kind of pull that up. Wind's supposed to be coming from that direction tonight, somewhere in that general area, and and you can see one of the downsides to not having all my pullouts. If I had a center pullout, I would be able to hold this out even more, but it's okay. But yeah, so I did all this on my own sewing machine at home. You can kind of tell by the way the seams are done, but it's not bad. I'm pretty happy with it. Continual ridge line, I got prussics on here. Some Dutch fly there. On the other end I got a Dutch hook, and then you can see here I got my Dutch clip, and down here my Dutch beaners. So that's working out great. And then the war bonnet Blackbird with the hammockgear.com underquilt. That's my winter underquilt. And so that's what's going on. We got a nice little camp here. We'll have to collect more firewood after a while, but when I sit down here in my hammock for the night or whenever I feel like getting in, I just kick my boots off and take and flip that upside down and stick it right inside there on that stick. My boots are up off the ground. It's going to keep any water out of them and keep the critters out of them too, so that'll be good. Plus I got my bladder handy right there. And like I said, in the morning I just roll up here and leaning right next to my table, lean out here, make my coffee or whatever I want to do, and be good to go. So then we're planning tonight to have some either steak and potatoes or some ham and hominy. And that'll be about it. So we'll update you later. Alright guys, we just finished up lunch. I had boiled potatoes that Professor brought, and we had some bread that he made that was awesome. I don't know what kind of bread it was, but he made it in the Bisquick. Bannock, I guess.
Now don't reveal that.
And he boiled it in grease from his bratwurst patty, and that was some really good bread. And he's just finishing up some of his dishes right there, and I got 2 sticks here shoved in the ground to put my boots on, my hat.
They're your coals to cook with.
And over there, I've got a little hook on one of them that I got my bladder hanging off of.
Those 2 logs are
my gear's down here. I got this little table as my little personal table. Tonight, I got the Blackbird, as always, with my underquilt, my winter underquilt, because we're expecting 30-degree weather. I'm going to have to fiddle with this underquilt a bit because it's not set right. I seam sealed the tarp. I don't know if you can see that gold line running along the dark line. That's the seam sealer. Same with right there, I had a little hole there I needed to patch. And I patched all around the inside and outside of these front 2. And on the back ones, I seam sealed. I can't see the camera. There's 2 of these guys on the back side too that I seam sealed the outside. I ran out of seam sealer, so I'm going to get me another tube and do the inside of this ridge line and the inside of the back ones, and then the diagonal line running across that black tab on both sides. And then I should be good. I think there's a few tiny little holes that I made a mistake when I was sewing and the material got bunched up. I got to patch that. Other than that, the tarp is good. We got these, I got the lines guide out high so we won't get choked on them in the night. The tarp, or the pullouts there, we got staked out straight up pretty well. And that gives us, I'm 6'3" and I can stand up underneath here, so that's good to go. Professor's back here with his pup tent, and he's got the door opening to the south, well, southwest. And that should keep him out of the wind. He's got it belled out up here to the northeast, and we're expecting wind out of the northeast tonight. And down, like I said, down to 30 degrees, somewhere in that neighborhood. And so it should be a little bit chilly, but Captain Bart's out here for the day, like I said earlier. But should be a good night to camp. Alright guys, Captain Bart's gone now. He took off. He had some other stuff he had to do in the morning, so he couldn't stay. Professor and I just got back from the store. We picked up we're going to do ham, steak, and hominy like we did at the donkey packing trip. We have some pancakes for morning, and we have this blueberry mix that you just add water and shake it, and we can make blueberry bread like that. We have some cheese and crackers. We got some squirt cheese here. I got some Pop-Tarts for morning. Professor bought some Tang for himself, and we are settling back into camp. And we got some other stuff too, but tonight we're gonna have hog and hominy, and possibly that blueberry stuff for dessert. We are going to do some fried dandelions, and we'll show you that in a bit too. And so far camp's going great. I couldn't be happier. We got some decent weather. It's in the 60s, probably low 60s. Just cool enough to where you almost need a jacket, but not quite. Doesn't hurt to have one on. But so we're stoking our fire back up, and the professor's going to do a video here in a few minutes, and I'm going to sit back, and I made a glass of iced tea with the cold brew tea bags that were in my brew kit that I showed on the one video. And so I got me a cup of iced tea there that I made, and I'm going to sit here and eat some cheese and crackers until the professor's ready to shoot his video. And he's going to do a stick bundle video. So back with
hey guys, this is the professor. We're out here at Bush Bowman 29's beautiful woods today, and on the way back to camp we saw a great number of dandelions. And so the thought was, man, we've got to have some fried dandelion blossoms. So let me show you our preparations here, and then we're going to make some. And first of all, we have a cast iron skillet. There's no other way to fry out at the campfire than your cast iron skillet. And of course we got a bottle of Crisco pure vegetable shortening oil here. We got some Bisquick, which we're going to use for flouring, breading up our dandelion blossoms. And also we got some eggs and plenty of dandelion blossoms. So what we're going to do is get prepping on those and get ready to fry those up for you. Okay, first thing we're going to need to do here is to take an egg and get that kind of beaten up here. So I like to use a fork for that. What we're going to do is just whip that up a little bit, kind of like you were scrambling it. So that's going to be our first mix. The second thing we'll do here is take our all-purpose Bisquick, which we use for bannock, which we use for pancakes, and now we're going to use that for breading up our dandelions. Here is get some of that out on there. Okay, so we're going to be ready to start getting those dandelions ready to go, and it's a pretty simple matter. All you do is you just take some of your dandelion blossoms. I just washed these off in water to make sure they were pretty clean. I'm just going to coat them up with that egg mixture. We're going to get a few of them here. Going to get them out here in our flour, just kind of work them around in there, get them covered with the flour mixture, and then we're going to fry them in the skillet here in a little bit of oil. So let's get that skillet on the heat, and soon we'll be ready to fry them up.
Frying up them coated dandelions.
Yeah, what do you think of that, Ryan?
I think it's looking pretty good. Kind of anxious to see how it tastes.
Yeah, they're pretty good, I think.
Just a little bit of oil on the bottom of the skillet, and he, as we showed, he coated the dandelion heads and the egg and some Bisquick.
Just gonna fry them up here a few at a time till they're kind of golden brown. Put that flour on. Once again, we're just coating those with Bisquick and some egg, frying them up. Now, it wouldn't be bad, probably a little salt and pepper probably wouldn't hurt that.
No.
You think there, Ryan?
Yeah.
See if I can find it.
I don't think there's probably a whole lot of nutrition in them, but they're edible.
Well, the nutrition, I think, is mostly going to come from the
Bisquick
from the
and
eggs
oil.
and from your flour.
Yeah, they will have a little bit of protein from the eggs.
Yeah, but those.
And then when you're done, you can always take the egg mixture and dump it right in a pan with some of that mix, and make little cakes.
See, they're frying up real nice.
Yeah.
So it's a definite wild edible that we can have out here at camp, kind of for a snack or a side dish. But you can see now they're cooking out here on the coals just perfectly. Maybe move that skillet onto a hotter spot here. Let's get it out in here. It's a little hotter. See it pick up right away.
Yeah, I was telling the professor it might be interesting to kind of throw some of those in the pancakes in the morning.
Dandelion pancakes. And they're a real pretty yellow.
Yeah.
See that real pretty yellow color in there?
Yeah. I'm anxious to see how they're going to taste.
Oh, they're going to be good.
I don't think the actual dandelions are going to have much of a taste. I think it's going to be more the egg and the flour.
Yeah. Yeah, you taste the egg and the flour part, but dandelions have a good taste, and every part of the plant's edible. But the flowers, particularly, are real nice this time of year because That's the only time you can get them is when the blooming season is over. Then you got to move on to eating the leaves or the roots or whatever.
I've heard the roots can be roasted up and made into coffee.
We'll have to try that. I brought regular coffee for this trip, so we got plenty of that. But the dandelion coffee, chicory, is another thing I'm eager to try. But let's try to get those turned over a little bit and see what they look like on the bottom. Get the hot pad. Definitely got to get them out here out of the smoke. I see they're starting to brown up on the bottom. That's the idea.
Yeah.
Turn them over. Of course, the smoke's coming right towards us. See, they're kind of a golden brown. That's what you want. Let's get it back on the fire. I get all that flour cooked.
Yeah. Plus you got the egg on there, so you want to make sure that's cooked too.
Cooked through all the way. So the idea is get it brown. Try to get
But
it brown.
you know, for carrying just a little bit of oil and a little bit of pancake mix, what you're going to use for pancakes or bannock or any kind of bread or anything else you want to make.
Yep.
And some dandelions you picked along the trail.
Yep. You get your.
You want to be careful in areas where they might be spraying though.
Yeah. A lot of people don't like dandelions. They try to kill them out of their yard. But out here, why they grow nice, and I think they're a real pretty flower.
Yeah.
I guess people don't like those ugly seed heads after a few days, but I don't know. I kind of like just to see them blooming along the trail. We can pick what we like and have some to eat.
Yeah.
Just enjoy the green and yellow color.
Yeah.
I'm fighting the smoke here, but I think I need to turn those again a little bit. Get that brown, kind of like you do morel mushrooms. It's the same basic coating.
Yeah, that'd be nice if we had some of them.
Got to find some of those, right? Ouch. It's a little warm there.
Yeah, I'm leaning right over top of the fire.
It's pretty warm right there. Get that brown up just a little warm. I'll try some.
Alright. Well, we'll be back when they get done cooking up. We'll do a taste test. Alrighty. Alright, Professor just took out the first batch of fried dandelions. And they look good to me.
I know, they look pretty good. I'm ready to try one. Kind of see how they are. They're golden brown. You can still see the dandelion blossoms in there, but they've kind of been breaded. So they're kind of good. I add some salt and pepper. You might want to add some more salt to them.
What do you think?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
What do they taste like?
Tastes just like dandelion blossoms.
I never had them, so we'll have to try them.
You're going to have to try some next time. You can't run two cameras and eat dandelions at the same time. So let's sign off for now. We'll try some of these. And
alrighty.
Catch you later. This is the Professor with Bush Bummin 29.
Yep.
And we'll see you soon.
Alrighty. Alright guys. Over there on the fire, Professor's frying up the last of the dandelions. And I gotta say, with that batter and that egg on them and a little bit of salt and pepper, they taste exactly like fried morel mushrooms. They are good. They're just a nice little snack. And they do taste, I was surprised how much they tasted like mushrooms, fried mushrooms.
They taste a lot like that. So if you can't find mushrooms, at least you can find dandelions.
Yeah.
Oh, look at those frying up there.
What you could do is you could make little patties with the egg and the Bisquick over here. Make little patties and put the little dandelions inside of them and make like little Johnny cakes. Alright guys, Professor and I are cooking hog and hominy here. These are about half-inch thick ham steaks. You see there how thick they are. And Professor says over there, he's already got his hominy in there. And what we did is we put a little bit of oil in the skillet and started browning the ham. And then we take, I've got some over here, I've got some 100% real maple syrup. Now if you look at the back of most bottles of syrup, like Aunt Jemima and Log Cabin and all them, the main ingredient is corn syrup. And this is not corn syrup, that's real maple syrup. It will cost a little bit more, but it's worth it. And we put a little bit of that on here, and that's what's kind of frying down here in the bottom. And that's why my ham steak looks a little more brown. And so now is the time to add hominy. And this is hominy. This is what it looks like. It's corn without the shell. So put a little bit of that in there. Not the rest. And just cook that up. The ham's already cooked pretty well. Now I'm just heating up the hominy. It doesn't even really have to be cooked.
Get all those flavors cooked up together.
Yep.
A little pepper in there, Ryan? You like pepper in there?
No, I'll put salt on mine after I'm done, but I'm not a big pepper fanatic.
Right. I had to have some pepper on mine just for
As
the
you
color.
can see, Professor here's got 2 bricks put together with the coals raked underneath that he's using as trivet. And I'm using the Professor's regular trivet, steel trivet.
We have access to those. Just three rocks about the size of baseballs are really
Or just
good.
on 2 sticks.
Sure, 2 sticks will work.
And
Anything
it's
to
a
skillet up
great meal. And these are just little, what are these, 6-inch skillets?
Yep, that's a 6.
They don't weigh, what, a pound and a half.
Yeah, they're not so heavy because they're not very big.
And once you got them seasoned, they're pretty well non-stick. And you just cook in them. When you're done, you throw a little water in it, let that boil, and that'll take all the gook off of it. And then
Wipe it out with a paper towel.
wipe it out, and you're good to go. And that's all you got to do. And they're really not that heavy, so I carry one of these skillets, that little kettle over there, and most of the time a little plate. I don't have my plate with me this time, so I'm going to eat right out of my skillet.
Yeah, we'll just eat out of the skillet right
Yeah.
there. I'm ready to eat.
So,
supper is served here.
Yep, mine's done too, so I will get back. Alright guys, so our fire's going. Small fire, but we don't really need a lot because it's far enough away. It's just mainly for cooking anything we might want to cook and light right now. And if you need to get warm, you can sit by it. We got our stack of wood right there. And we got a big log right here that we can still burn, but we put it back there kind of like a miniature reflector. And we got another log right there. And so we got more than enough firewood for the night. But it's the pile of firewood's kind of reflecting some light back at us, if you can see that. We're in for the night. I had to go up and get some cigarettes, but everything's going good. I'm nice and toasty inside my bag. I'm not actually fully inside of it because I'm not laying inside of it. I'm just, it's basically draped over me and my feet are down in the bottom, which is a little bit awkward at first, but once you get situated, it's good. You got, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but we got that little white dot in the center. That's a full moon, and it's much bigger in person. Let me see if I can. Alright guys, as you can see, I got water in my pan from last night boiling out the remnants. I'll have to clean that here in a few minutes. We're in the process of packing up. It's about 9 a.m. We went up to my parents' house and had breakfast. Had blueberry pancakes and fried ham, and so we're packing up now. I'm in the process of packing my sleeping bag and this is my fold down underquilt with the extra stuff. The coating on here turned out pretty decent. You can see it obviously, but not a big deal. It's sealed and it's ready for rain. Shouldn't take us too long to pack up, but yeah, so, and we got some stuff cleaned up. I got some of the stuff over here cleaned up. It doesn't really look like it, but I cut the old shelter down, and we used some of the twine from that, and that's our garbage bag over there. And so I'm gonna have to get off here and clean my pan and get to packing, but I just wanted to kind of show you what's going on. Look forward. I got this. I bought this off of Bart. This ribs pack. It's one of the older models. He didn't really like it that much, so I bought it off of him. And I got plans for it. I got a new one coming too, so I don't know. I'll find out which one I like better, and I'll give the other one away, or maybe I'll use it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but got that. So we're going good, and we're working out our plans for one of our future trips. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching.